here is probably the most controversial subject I'm going to bring up, because I'm going to fly right in the face of what most of the gurus are saying out there. I believe, and this is just from a search engine optimization perspective, by the way, this has nothing to do with pay-per-click, but I believe any time spent on long-tail keyword research is time wasted. Just absolutely wasting your time. Let's talk about why. Fundamentally, there's got to be a presumption by the people who tell you to do this that it must be proportional in effort to get a page rank relative to the potential traffic volume. That the work involved to rank a page for a phrase that could bring you 1,000 visitors a day would be the proportional, say, 100 times more work than ranking a page that would only bring you 10 visitors a day. And then they rationalize, well, if that's true, then you might as well go for lots of little phrases, because you'll hit some, you won't hit some, and at least you'll get some traffic. And my goodness, if you went after the big phrase and you didn't get it, you get nothing. Well, lots of words are coming to my mind that I can't utter when I think about that. That's silly. Absolutely silly. First of all, it's not proportional effort. There are certain steps you have to follow to rank on any phrase. I don't care how much traffic potential it has or not. You're still going to have to write content for a page, pepper your keyword phrase in there, look at your meta tags, get the keyword in the title tag, and then you're going to have a link strategy, okay, to get found on that phrase. Now, is getting found on a 10 visitor a day phrase easier than 1,000? You bet. Okay, I'm not saying it's equal effort. I'm just saying it's not proportional. Second thing nobody seems to be talking about, the tools you use. The tools you use have a problem. Now, they're good tools, don't get me wrong. But what are they doing? I mean, if this is the universe of actual search activity, you and me out on Google, Yahoo, MSN, whatever we like, what do? They come and they take this little sliver, and then they project. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, except when you get to long tail. Now, what's happening is that as a phrase is less often typed in, you would expect it would get typed in at a certain frequency. Humans aren't that predictable. So, something as innocent as an overly enthusiastic webmaster trying to see if they ranked for, blue patent shoes for my little girl, right? Typing it in over and over and over again can get picked up more times than it really should be. Just as prevalent, not some over-enthusiastic webmaster, but just some over-enthusiastic searcher that has a certain way of expressing their search terms is typing it in over and over and over again. A small fraction of that gets picked up. It gets projected as though it's going to have a certain search volume that doesn't actually exist. Okay? Now, on the bigger phrases, those inconsistencies tend to start to iron themselves out. The bigger the phrase, the more reliable the projection. Okay? I spend no time on long-tail SEO for my sites. None. Nada. Okay? It's a waste of my time. And yet, somehow, 55% of my traffic comes in via long-tail phrases. Wonder how that happens. Better yet, I have checked some of the phrases that people come in on, and if I look at the tools say nobody types them in. Well, I know that's not true. Again, they took the little teeny tiny sliver. They didn't get my guys. Okay? They just got some guys. So just understand that the tools are great. Again, it's kind of the flashlight in the darkness. It's all we got. But just realize that the smaller the volume on the search phrase, the bigger the distortion potential is in the results that you see. And if you look from one tool to another, you're going to see a lot of distortion when you get down past the biggest terms. Okay, now here's the next thing that nobody talks about. Aside from the effort issue and the distortion factor, if you're new, and a lot of times I see these gurus telling you to do this if you have a news site, How often is Google crawling your site, especially pages deep? Okay, Google likes my site. It comes, it visits me, if not every day, every other day. We're pretty lucky. But do you think it always gets past the home page? Well, it usually picks up another page or two. Do you think it hits all my product pages where my long tail potential is? No. In fact, it can take it up to a week and a half to get to all those pages, and it likes my site. It comes to my site almost every day. Now, if you got a new site, guess what? Google's not coming to your site every day. And how long is it going to take before it crawls all the way down to your inside pages where you're targeting all your long tail? It could take quite a while. Okay, so that's the third reason why I don't like long tail. Here's the last one. And again, I hear nobody talking about this, and I don't know why. If in your long tail keyword phrase, you have a shorter power phrase in it, what do you think is going to win? You or the guys who already rank on the short tail or the power phrase? Let's take my site. If you type in the word golf gift, singular, I'm still #1 across the search engines. Okay, that's nice. Now let's just say we type in golf gift ideas. Did I try for that? Not very hard, but I did actually think about that phrase. It gets a little traffic. So it's in a couple of backlinks. It's probably in my description meta tag. I don't think ideas is anywhere on my homepage. And yet, if you go type that into all 3 search engines, you'll find we're ranking in the top 3 slots somewhere. Well, that's kind of cool. What if you go true long tail? Unique golf gift ideas for tournaments. Where do you think we sit? Up in the top 3 slots. Did I ever try to rank on that phrase? No, I never thought of that phrase until I caught it one day in my long tail stuff. Can you find the word unique anywhere on my site? Yeah, you probably can't, but it is in the description meta tag wise. Can you find the word tournaments anywhere on my site? You can find it in the singular form once on the home page. Okay, how hard am I trying? Not too hard. And I took one of the best slots away from somebody who might be trying pretty hard. This stuff is basically a waste of your time. There is a reason why they suggest it. And I'm going to come back to that later, so just bear with me. Trust me, long tail is not where you want to be. Power phrases is where you want to go. And there will be collateral damage enough to get you plenty of long tail. Again, I get 55% of my traffic from long tail. I'm not trying for it.